Rob around the world. Rob around the world.
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, welcome to the ROB show where we keep it real, we keep it raw, and most importantly, we keeping it about us, y'all. So listen, check it out. This is not only a podcast. I want y'all to know it's a movement. It's about words, and not only words, it's about action. The actions that come after the words. So listen, today I have two people on the panel, Dr. Johnson. Yes, Dr. Johnson. We got Dr. Dino over there, and we're going to be discussing. Oh, yeah, that's what I call. That's what I call it. He introduces his own self though. But listen, so today's topic, we're gonna be trying to like kind of come up with solutions, actions behind the words, and getting our young kids on the right path because as we know, they're all on the road to destruction and we just need to come up with some type of plan. I have a woman and a man's opinion and together we gonna have to take a stance because it's getting out of hand. I'm getting sick of it. See it on the news every day and it's like we're letting our kids down. So yeah, so this is what we're gonna talk about today. If you wanna join in, call in and yeah, so here we go. It's on them. So so, Miss Johnson, how are you? You want to do a little introduction?
Sure, I'll do an introduction. Hi, everybody. My name is Misty. You can call me MJ. Um, I currently work in the education field. I work with early childhood education as well as CPS. I work with disability and mental health children. So I'm all for children. I'm all for the world to be a greater place.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hugh Dino. I am the owner manager of a transportation company. Also, I'm a United States Marine veteran. I served honorably. And I also has some solutions for our community that we must start to implement. Uh, Born and raised in the South, came up here at 5 years old, but I've seen a lot, drove trucks throughout this country, and it's been some horrible sights in our communities, black communities, all over this country. So we must come together and implement all of our good plans that God has for us. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let me give my spiel first. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly where I'm coming from. So I see a lot of kids out here now, and everybody is just searching for attention. That's just basically how I see it. They're searching for attention from the wrong people in the wrong type of way, and I want the parents just put it. So I feel that the parents not paying enough attention to the kids and they're just out here doing any type of things. We need to create some type of a safe haven for these kids to just come to every day, all day, and maybe if create room and board for them. And because these kids they're going home to these unsafe houses, their homes are unsafe. There's a lot of things going on, and how could you expect a kid to come to school the next morning and actually learn anything when they have so much? So I think we need to first create a safe haven for these kids to come to feed. They're not being fed. They're eating all the wrong things, and it's destroying their bodies. And how can you tell a little kid to sit down when they just on juices and chips and eating it for breakfast, and noodles and so this yeah. So that's what I think. That's what I'm working on, and yeah. Besides that, that's what we need to do. We need to teach our kids. We have been relying so much on the system teaching our kids that we send them to school to to be taught but not by us. So you can't. So and then they're being taught the wrong thing in my eyes. In my eyes, they're being taught the wrong things, and yeah, so we've kind of lacked off as parents.
It started at
That's
home.
yeah, it starts
It
yep,
starts at home. The
yes,
first teaching started at home.
yes,
And if we don't have that, that's the foundation right there.
right,
The lack of the foundation of teaching at home. Because at home may not be a home where the foundation is set. So then they send their kids to school and expect the teacher to do everything. And it makes the job harder for the teacher. So what first and foremost, what we need to do is, especially to the younger parents, we need to reach out to them, encourage them to be better. Show them different ways to be a better parent, a better adult, through ministry, encouragement. Even standing on the corner, I spoke to a young lady and she walked past me 2 times and I was kind of looking at her and she said, "What you keep looking at me for?" And I said to her, "Because you are a beautiful queen." You know what she did? She started crying. She said, "What made you say that to me?" I said, "I was watching you." That's what I was doing. I was looking at you. I was looking at the way you're carrying yourself. And she explained that she was having such a bad day and she was on her way to school. She missed her school bus. She couldn't go back home because if she goes home, then she going to get in trouble because she missed the school bus. So she was going to walk all the way to school. So I said to her, like, "Would you like for me to take you to school?" And that was my opportunity to minister to her. Didn't know nothing about this young lady. But I just felt in my heart and my spirit that she needed something. And that's when we have to step up when you feel like it's needed. We have to push, we have to drive. We just can't be scared to go out here and do it.
yeah, yeah. That was deep. She had never been told that she was
Nope.
beautiful and a black queen, and that's it. So deep down in our hearts, we know right from wrong, and we know who we are and who we inspire to be. But the system will try to make you think otherwise and promote. It's got to stray you away, and a lot of kids they they don't even know themselves, and they're already being bombarded with things that the world tells them to be, and I can imagine it's overwhelming. You know what I mean for kids.
Yeah, but it's up to us as the righteous.
It's up,
And
yes.
see,
That's it.
where we've fallen short is a lot of us are discouraged and scared because of the violence and the things that's going on. Scared to approach the younger crowd. But guess what? Things are not going to get done if we keep seeing things that way. So it's up to us to push the righteous agenda. It's up to us to push the encouragement into those children because they need it. You never know what a hug will do for a child. You never know what you telling them encouragement and stand on them. Like, think about a teacher that you had before that you was doing things you ain't had no business doing, but this teacher stayed on you, but you glad that teacher stayed on you.
Yes, you glad
Or
they
that
stayed on
uncle
you.
or that grandpa or that grandmother. If they did not instill certain things, they might have got on your nerve. But in the end, when you grew up, you look back and say, "I'm glad they did that."
Yeah, yeah.
We have to be those type of people.
We've got to be, and to piggyback off something you said, we got to talk to people and let them know, like the young women and the young men, that we all go through things, and they can't be ashamed to ask for help. They can't be ashamed to want better for their child. A lot of I've seen this. Parents just don't want to admit that they've done a bad job, but they won't let someone else try to take the slack off. Oh, they don't know what they talking about. I'm your mom. I done seen it personally where parents think that the best that they did with their child is the best that anyone could do. You see what I'm saying? So we all have got to accept help where is right. And I think a lot of parents, they just don't want to admit that they've done a, a lousy job. But we gotta be we've gotta just help each other. We all go through something. It's all about helping each other. So listen, let me ask you a question. So I just learned this today. So a noble school. What's the difference between a noble school and what's the other noble and charter? What's the difference?
That I couldn't really tell
You couldn't tell
because
me?
they kind of like on the same curriculum wavelength.
So
So
it's
one school might have more discipline and responsibility than the other school.
is it different from CPS as far as the curriculum? Because someone
Yes.
yes, is that a bad or a good thing?
I'm gonna say it's a bad thing. Look at what CPS is doing right now. I mean, look at the loopholes that kids are falling in. Those kids that's not getting services. They being marked and called bad. They're being labeled as misbehaving, constant suspension, expulsion.
In the CPS schools.
Instead of finding that child that don't know how to read and finding out what the bottom line with that problem is with that child that keep cutting up inside the school.
Right.
Because nine times out of 10, that child might need extra support. And because they're discouraged and embarrassed that they might need it, they're not going to mention it or not going to say anything. So instead, they'll cut up in class. And then the teacher is so tired of them that all they care about is suspending this child. You got teachers out here that's just working for checks. You got teachers that's actually that care. And those caring teachers, we don't have enough of those right now. You know, and even as parents, when you was talking about, you know, parents taking accountability for their actions, it ain't necessarily about parents taking accountability because our parents made mistakes too. And as parents, we make mistakes. Parents don't come with no guide. So we can be a guide by handing out pamphlets on different ways to encourage your child and talk to your child, being realistic with your child. That's how we start, because that will build and take off some of the pressure of being scared to go out here and talk to the younger ones. Start off with something small, even if it's putting pamphlets on people's door with a hotline on there that they can call, you know, just the whole family. You know, open the door for it and see how successful it becomes then. Then you'll know the next steps. Now we need a youth center. We getting the feedback from it. Parents are saying, yeah, we need something. I need something. I need help with him. I need help with her. I don't want to do this by myself. It takes a village. We have to get back to the village. Nowadays, it's more, don't say nothing to my kid. What you discipline my child for? We need to get back to the village.
Right.
I'm not here to talk about all the wrongs. I want to see what we can do to make it right. And how can we start to make it right? Because had we had the same issues when we were growing up, we didn't know those things. Parenting don't come with a hand guide. So we got to make sure that we keep God first and have him order our steps in order for us to be not spit a rod on our children.
Spare the rod. You know, I done heard that so many times when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Spare the rod. I know, right? Dino, what you so quiet for over there, man?
No, I'm just listening.
How you feel? You agree with what Ms. Johnson was saying?
Yes, I do. We have to start to show our children much love, caring. I got 2 grown sons. It used to be when they was growing up, when you seen me after work, you seen my sons with me. And as they grew up and became teenagers, that's when they started to branch out doing their own things. But I want to speak on, I had my brother Pedro drop me off at the train station at 87th Street. And I got out of the truck, and I'm walking. I'm feeling jolly and walking. And I walked by this young man. I was getting ready to comment on his delicious looking orange as I was walking by. He was peeling his orange, and I'm walking by. He pushed me. Boom. He said, "I'll knock your old A out." And normally, how I am, I already know how to protect myself very well. Okay, in the spirit of Almighty God. Okay, I turned to him and I say, "Why you want to do that?" And he kept walking. So as I was going in to get on the train, I put my gloves on, okay, because he had went down. Okay, so if you do that again, young man, I'm going to deal with you. That was my reason for putting my gloves on, okay? And he seen me come down. He was sitting down, and I just stood on the inside, but he seen me. He had went to the first seat on the platform, and he got up and he walked out. Okay, so God be with me. That's what I see right there. Wow, that happened, and it just proved to me how God is with all of us, within all of us. All right, watching over us, protecting us, and my thing with us, okay, as the panel been saying here, it's a lot of single families out here with these young teenagers. Back in my younger days, there was an epidemic that took place in our community, okay, with the cocaines and all the other stuff. And I seen then how that was destruction for our people, okay, because we had the aunties and the grandmamas, raising the families.
Absolutely.
Now, okay.
Absolutely.
Now, grandmama, she done got old and weak now, okay, and this strenuous work is being placed upon her to try and raise her grandchildren, okay. My mother was very, very strict. Okay, I was her oldest child. She was young and strong. Okay, and she had the opportunity. Man, she didn't care where I got wrong at, where we was. She raised that voice and went in pop 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 pop. Okay, you know, you ain't finna do that with me. So I already knew. A lot of my friends would say, "Hey, Dino, man, your mama, she mean." But the discipline that mama put on me, I'm in the United States Marine Corps down in Camp Lejeune. And, Rob, a comparison comes through when you seeing other folks from around the country. And, I done made NCO in here. I come off the streets. I'm just a high school graduate. They pin and rank on me. And I wrote mama that letter, mama, I felt you used to be very hard on me, okay, mean to me. But something, mama, I appreciate that, okay? Because as I'm comparing and seeing that, man, you don't know how to do that? My mama made us wash the dishes. My mama made me mop the floor, okay? My mama made me keep my clothes in order, keep my stuff clean, okay? Now, I done made an NCO. I go to a Caucasian guy. I'm inspecting him. I had to inspect my troops that's up on in my fire team. And I go to his wall locker. Nasty clothes in here. Man, didn't your mama teach it? I'm saying to myself, you all right, guy. I thought y'all was, didn't your mother teach you? That's what I'm saying to myself, I had to discipline him. Hey, man, this happened. Again, you got to get in there and get it done. Okay, you got 24 hours to get it the way it's supposed to be. All right. So as I'm seeing this and doing the comparison around this country, a lot of other communities is only doing what our ancestors did. They came together, men the mother, the father, they was together until the system took the man out of the house.
Absolutely.
And they knew what they was doing when they did that. Because we got a lot of unguided children in our community.
Absolutely.
Okay? The system. How do you close 50 schools in the black community?
That part.
with you want to claim someone said, well, they not going to school. Now, I beg to differ, okay? But in comparison, me driving a truck, this one particular day over on Costner, okay, it's predominantly Mexican neighborhood. I'm down on 23rd and Costner down here. And in the morning on a school day, they come out of their house. I'm sitting at the stop sign. I sit there for 5 minutes, maybe 10, okay? And it was like a herd of cattle in the baby carriages, 2-3 babies in the carriages, okay? 2 of them walking, and they was in group, okay?
Togetherness.
Exactly.
Togetherness.
All of them. It seemed like they came out of the house in unison, okay? The mothers walking their children to school. And I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here looking at this. I said, man, we don't even see this in our community no more. Exactly. Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, Rob. Man, now they are only using our techniques.
Yeah.
Okay? My ex-wife, she was saying something because the other day she said, Dino, so they taking all the jobs, what are people gonna do now? I told her, I said, we can go back, get us some of that land, get us some farmland, okay? Our ancestors picked cotton, chopped cotton, didn't they? Okay? I say, so they claiming ain't no jobs. If we got some land, our people, we can harvest, okay? We come up here. We done chopped all this cotton down there, our ancestors, okay? When we migrated north, we let somebody else come cut our grass, manicure our grass, when our ancestors did all of that, okay? Now look at the money that's going out of our communities because, someone done came and solicited. You and I, we talk about this right here, okay? They come from Bridgeview over there, the liquor store owners, don't they? Okay?
Right.
They unloaded every Monday morning, they unload a tractor trailer of alcohol right here.
Correct.
Right here. I'm
Correct.
sitting here, I video it, I got to get it to you.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I'm like, whoa.
Yes, of course.
I'm like,
Every
this is
Monday.
ridiculous. Every Monday morning.
Every morning. And we discuss
pallets of alcohol. In our community.
On purposely.
I mean,
Wow.
of course, it's purposely is to keep our people where they need to be, where they want to be.
Yeah.
And we get it's what's sucked into the environment. If you don't have that in the environment, guess what? You got to go elsewhere to go get it, right? Mm-hmm. That means you got to travel. Is it worth the travel? When I got one right here, I can just constantly keep going. We can just hang out right here. We lack survival skills.
We lack it.
We lack that to the point to where our kids, if anything happen, if a war, any of those things happen, we're not prepared for survival. And they think going to steal out of stores and tearing up their communities is a way to be righteous. What they should be learning is how to survive if anything happens. So that's another thing that we need to be putting on the table to try to push to our children and to the teenagers and the young adults. Survival skills, social emotional skills. You're gonna hear some no's. That's a part of life. And that's the thing right now. They don't know what a no means because they've been bought so much this material. They materialistic out at this point.
Yes.
The music has gotten them. The parents have bought into the materialistic.
Yes.
We're worshiping other things besides God first and foremost.
Yes.
And they're worshiping the music, and the music is just sucking them in.
Satanic.
It's sucking them right into sin. It's sucking them right into sin.
Yes, come on.
And then
Speak
you
it.
got the parents that's also, we're accommodating the sin. We have to stop ourselves. But you know what? I'm not going to get on that because I want to speak positivity into the situation.
Yeah.
We already know we lack.
We already know.
What can we do to help?
What can we do?
I would love to open up something. Like I said, I would start off with pamphlets first and foremost and put them in the community. Start going door to door. Just like the Jehovah's Witness, I would pass them pamphlets out to get feedback. Everybody got a cell phone. So why not go to the social robhitmeup.com or whatever it's going to be. Helpourchildren.com and give them reference so they'll have a voice and say, this is what we need in our community, and build off of that. And teach our kids survival skills.
Right. So listen, let me ask you a question, Dr. Johnson. I like how that sounds.
Because I do got the doctor.
Yeah, I like it. But no, listen. So let me ask you a question. So how hard do you think it would be for us to open up a school that is open to the students? It's a 24-hour thing. Like they can spend the night, have all type of resources, and they get up and go to school somehow like a boarding school, but like a noble. Because someone was just explaining to me earlier about the noble school and the charter school. It's like they really come up with their own curriculum or something like that.
But you got to remember, those are all non-for-profit, so they get private fundings. And that will be the first thing for us. We will have to write grants to get non-for-profit, to get people to help.
Yeah.
Help in the community. First, that's why I say you gotta start off with a base. Our baseline is reaching out to the community to see what they need. It's one thing for us to tell them what they need, but it's another thing coming straight from the horse's mouth. And then with collective thoughts, we start building from that. It would be a beautiful thing to open up some type of program that's 24 hours for our youth. It is not mainly so the youth. I've just watched some video of the kids right there on 79th and with guns, 11 years old, 12 years old.
What?
Literally. And it blew my mind. And I mean, the young boy said they don't want no smoke. He was talking about some kids that was down the street. So I'm like, if they toting guns, the gun bigger than him. Where you get it from?
How much money are these guns? They getting bags of
They're
chips
free.
with
They're
guns
free.
or something? Juices
Hold
with
on.
guns?
They're free.
No, they're being
They're
flooded.
Clearly.
free.
Clearly.
Free.
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 They're
Yes.
free.
Yes.
You got these fake OGs out here that is prowling on the younger ones.
On the young ones.
And then once they get locked up, the younger one get locked up, they just scoop up another one, prowl on that one,
They cowards.
build them up, dress them up, get them to do whatever they need them to do. And when they get locked up, they get another one. And these is what we call OGs. This is what is in our community, not giving back. You giving back, all right. You giving our kids to the system.
Yeah, but not only that, that might be one thing, but I'm thinking, like when we was coming up, you'll find a box of guns in the alley. And we didn't know where it came from, and
What about the freight train?
the freight trains, yes.
I mean, come on, that happened many times. Once, twice, was it twice, three
Freight
times?
trains in your hood.
Yeah, two
Listen,
times.
in your hood, it stops, and you're just able to get guns, and nobody says anything. It's almost like it's free.
Yeah, they're giving them out. Here you go. Come on, get you one.
You heard what Doctor just said.
Yeah.
They're free.
Yeah.
And they free to get into your hands, the kids' hands.
Yes, and these are the things that as a community we need to start speaking about. We need to start speaking on and speaking out and letting people know that we're woke to what's been going on. And it's like it's disrespectful for things to keep being the same. And yeah, a lot of this is, I'm not gonna get all off into politics or whatever, but if you keep voting for the same people You keep voting for the same people, but you want a different result.
You're not gonna.
And it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's not. It's not gonna happen.
Well, it worked the last time.
It's been working but
It's
working
working
for who?
Right. It's not working for us.
It's not. It
It's not
hasn't
working.
been.
It's not working
it's
for
not
us.
working.
It's not. I'm glad this panel seems to think that, because I've been talking to a lot of people and they don't see it the way I do, so they're just fine with things the way they've been, and I'm like, okay, go over there, get away from me. You don't want change. But anyway,
No,
so
you
this is
See,
what
you see
so
with the political side though.
yeah, it's all political.
How ridiculous now, okay? Mm-hmm. You got some people that's very, very frustrated because of the new commander-in-chief. What is wrong with you all, okay? I mean, man.
Because they don't see the bigger picture.
It's ridiculous
They
for
don't
you
know.
to do for you to do something over consistently is a form of what?
Insanity. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's insanity.
So here it is now, okay? Dr. Johnson, you spit in my face and tell me it's rain? Huh? I'm supposed to know better than that, okay? Now, as it's been said, shame on them the first time. But shame on me the second time.
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth time.
Exactly.
Well, they'll just say, yeah, I spit in your face, but here, I'm gonna pacify you. Here's free. Something free.
Free 99.
Because
Yeah,
you
let me give you
gotta
this
think
link
about
card.
it. That's what works now.
That's what works.
At schools, parents don't come to meetings unless you got food. I mean,
Right.
it's a buy-in for everything, and a thing like, what's
And
the
a
buy-in
donation.
for me to be a stand-up parent or a righteous person?
Right.
I don't need a buy-in. The buy-in is when I get to heaven. That's it. That's the buy-in for me.
Yeah.
Walking by faith and not by sight, and want to see our people do better.
Yes.
So the buy-in for me to help the communities is start with them first. Do they want to change? They have to want that change. We don't want to open up a non-for-profit center, and then we get this center, and now you got violence within the center.
Yeah, and
Who's
then
going to run the center? It's a collectible of things.
oh
that have
yeah,
to
yeah. So that would be the number one thing is about it. So the kids and the parents that participate in the school, they would have to. It would be rules, regulations, and there will be contracts, and kids will know what they can and can't do. One time you're fighting, second time is so you establish rules. A lot of these schools, they need the kids for the money, so they won't kick them out of school. They keep passing them and all type of weird stuff, so the kids just think that they know that they could come to school and nothing's gonna happen to them. They're gonna be back in, and these kids. But once you start feeding these kids love,
Exactly. That's
once
a
you
different
start
story.
feeding them love,
And nurturing.
then they will want to do better, and you won't have this problem
No, you won't.
with the kids. They'll fall right in line. If you feed them, and they know that they're safe and they're comfortable around you, you won't have these type of problems. And yeah, so the center that I'm talking about is gonna be, it's gonna be my center. I'm gonna, like Joe Clark. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Joe Clark. But for real.
That's what we gotta do, though. We gotta get back
So
to
listen,
the
this is
real.
real deal. This is real deal. So
Yeah,
I've been looking
California
I've been looking into
nonsense.
I've been looking into a school, man. It's been closed for a long time, like 15. It's been closed for a long time, but it's right here on 83rd and Vincennes, right here, Garrett A. Morgan, right before the Viaduct, right before Simeon. Yeah, so I've been inquiring about the property, and I know a couple people who try to bid on it, but they don't have the money. They try to want to do something, and yeah. So that's what my whole goal is. So with your help, though, we got to get on it, and you try to direct me on the things that we need to do. Because you said about the grants and the petitions and stuff like that, and get the community involved. Because I know people that
Get
be
investors
yeah,
That's why I
so
said you get
yeah,
private
so
funding.
so I
I
know
wouldn't even go. Me personally, it would be something that I would build from the community, the aldermen, and I wouldn't want the government's help in that, because when you put the government in it, you know what's gonna happen. You gotta do it their way.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Yeah. But it's a new government now. You know what I'm saying?
It is a new government.
Things change.
And
you know what I'm
we
saying?
need to get it wise hot
Yeah.
right now, because you see what's happening with the
You see what I'm
education
saying?
system
so things,
right now.
Things changing right now. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I get it, because we gonna be a couple more minutes though. But I'm glad you said that. So a lot of people.
Make sure it's a non-for-profit. If you're getting anything from the government, make sure it's a non-for-profit organization that you can build off of, and get private funders also. So whenever that funding goes down or elapses, you still got your private funders that's funding the schools. You know, that way you'll keep going. And I would definitely suggest that you get on it. I mean, our communities
Not
ain't
just
getting no better.
we're gonna get on it.
I mean, we
as of today. What is today? The 18th, the 18th of
Mm-hmm.
April of 2025. So that's my goal, because I have already inquired about it, and yeah. So you think it's a good idea? 24 hours.
I think
it
it's
gotta be
a great
yes,
idea.
Yes,
And not only a great idea, but I think that will change a lot.
it will.
It will change a lot, and you can go from one and can build more.
That's the
People
goal.
start piggybacking off of what you're doing
That's
and
the
seeing
goal.
the greatness,
There's
the
one
greatness and the works that we're doing, that they'll want to even open up schools like that.
Yes.
And now, before you know it, we got all these different organizations bagging us up,
Yeah.
but not just for the money. They doing it for.
They
to
doing it
help the
because
next
it's the right.
generation.
They're doing it because it's the right thing to do.
It's the righteous thing to do.
It's the righteous thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we just been held down for too long, and it's just insane to me how long it's over, right? It's
We
over.
living in Revelations.
Yes.
We on a red horse right now.
Boom. That's
You know
it.
that? No peace.
None.
The only peace you gonna have is through God, and if you don't
That's
have a
it.
relationship with God, you're
That's
not gonna
it.
have that.
That's it.
Not gonna
That's
have it.
it.
It's gonna be chaos and confusion, because that's what the red horse was about. If you read Revelations, you will know that.
This is the only. So we're finna end this. We're finna end right now. I'm gonna do the conclusion, and I just want to throw this out there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this president was the only president that I've heard talk about God. His whole. I never heard nobody
see him
else
now?
say
Do
anything
you
about.
see him? He been trying to expose the real for a very long time.
Everybody
And
else acting like God is they can't even mention it. It's weird.
the
And
devil
this-
was a liar, Trump said.
Yeah.
You see, they flew a flag, okay, when the last one was here. On Easter Sunday, you got a rainbow flag flying on the nation's capital, okay? You more concerned about, this is God's day.
God's day.
Easter Sunday, that last president,
Yeah.
okay?
He worried about the LGBTQ.
Exactly. You phony false flagger. And then this is what gets me with the church folks. Okay? With them. What did God do to them kind of people? Huh?
Yeah. Exile.
Well, I'm
Yes.
going to end until the next time. I'm going to continue to work diligently to change, okay, our community. You know, I told a promising bishop, we got to go back to how we was raised, how it used to be.
Yeah.
We have to implement that back into these young folks out here now.
The village.
Okay, no
The village.
fellowship with them, no discipline. Okay? Are they getting? They just out here wilding out.
Just out here running
Just
around.
wilding out.
And then just want you to, when you already know what's right, but they'll talk to you like you don't know what's going on. You don't, man, I got to be the age that I am. I know a whole lot. I could forget some stuff, shorty, and know more than you. Okay? And I'm trying to give it back to you how I got to this point. You know, you got some of them want it, and some of them don't. You know, my son say, "Man, Daddy, we up to 26 in California." They trying to question the lawyers, him and his moms and them and brother. Okay? Well, we're going to leave that one alone until the next time. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
Rob.
Okay. Yeah. So
More than welcome.
listen. So we're gonna conclude this episode, but like I said before, this is not all about words. It's about movement, and we really gonna make progress. Process is it's a slow process. It's been too slow though. It's
Faith
been
without
too-
works is dead.
Yes.
So we about to put the boots on the ground.
We gotta put the boots on the ground. We doing this out here. So listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, and I want to thank my panelists, beautiful Miss Dr. Johnson,
More than welcome. Anytime.
Dino. Yeah. All right. Until next time. That's it. I'm gonna come up with a slogan. I'm gonna say like an Arsenio Hall show. What do you say?
That should be your slogan.
Yeah.
Your slogan should be faith without works is dead.
Dead. That's a good one. I like
Because you're
that.
a movement.
Wait.
Faith.
Wait. Put the camera on her. Say, girl. Say it again.
Faith without works is dead.
Boom. That's it. Faith without works is dead. We out. Peace out.
Rob around the world. Rob around the world. Rob around the world.